check out my backlog. When I was a teenager, my mom would tell me that I never finished anything I started. And you know what? I'm the king of shiny objects. It's not for want of trying. I've tried so many things over the years, and they work for a while, and I fall off the wagon again and again. This is kind of a drag, because my self-image is that of a creative person, but those projects that are littering my landscape are kind of at odds with that. Now, I know that I can work on this, and one way to do that is to improve how I plan my time. But planning is really expensive, it's time-consuming, and it's not a whole lot of fun. And the tools aren't great. I've used calendars, and they're straitjackets if you plan too much with them. I look at this, and I want to crawl back into bed and pull the covers over my head. Paper is better. It's much more flexible, and I enjoy doodling on it. But it gets a little tedious trying to figure out, oh, did I book enough time for this? Or, oh, God, I booked too much. So I'm a software developer, and I made an app to help me sketch out my week and track what I end up doing. And that's been working fairly well. I've been able to try some different approaches. It's basically time boxing on steroids, where I allocate all my hours across the week, not all of them, but a lot of them, and to see and try to focus on them. The one thing I found, though, is that if I have too many projects and try to move them along, if I have too many projects, I'll end up with something like this, where I take 11 hours over 3 months to make a bag, and I don't even like it. It's better to just pick 1 or 2 projects and nail those as quickly as I can before I move on. Now, Chuck Close said, inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just show up and get to work, which is great if you don't have trouble getting started. And so I made my app buzz me at 10 a.m. on weekdays, as well as whenever it thinks my attention is wandering. And that's actually been enough for me to get started, pick something off my list, and focus for 25 minutes and not check Facebook for more than every 10 minutes. The one thing I've heard is that you should always do the most important thing first in the day. But if it's really important, it's probably hard. And if it's hard, well, you might end up spending the whole day on it. What I found works better for me is to warm up to it by doing a few smaller things that get me, that at the end of the day, I have at least something to show for it. It took me 8 years to finish painting my stairwell, and but it only took me 8 hours once I got around to it. The thing that I found was, though, that my guitar, however, has remained sadly neglected, because even though I have the time for it, I don't necessarily know what to do. So it's really important to find ways of making traction, making progress on things so that you want to embrace it again and again. Which leads me to March 4th of this year, when I accidentally deleted my app off my phone. That was 5 months of data. My backup was useless, and it's a weird feeling, because I have journals, but I don't really know what I did during that time. Pictures are so much easier for me to grok and dive into to see what's going on or what happened. So my process is in progress, and I hope that y'all will look for ways in how you spend your time to make space for what you end up doing. Thank you.